Hello everyone and welcome back to the Corsair Asia Cup. This is game 3 of the best of 3 between Titan and XctN number 2. Thank you of course to Corsair for sponsoring this tournament. Thank you to Berkeley for co-casting with me, and thank you to Elza who's doing the camera work and the streaming. Yay! How you feeling about this game, Berkeley?
Well, this is the final game. This all comes down to this last matchup. I mean, you had XctN 2 having a surprise first win, Titan clawing back for that second victory, and now what I think most people are going to be, or at least a lot of people are going to be quite surprised that this has gone to 3 matches, and I'm so excited for XctN 2 showing exactly what they've got against Titan. So I think Jules, Chemo, and all of XctN 2 are going to be very, very happy with their performance so far tonight, and they are absolutely just one game away from moving on to the next stage, staying in the winners bracket and knocking Titan into the lower bracket of the Corsair Asia Cup. So it's absolutely doable for both teams can go into this. So I'm gonna wait and see whether the drafts are actually going to change, because we saw very similar drafts for game 1 and game 2, although we had different victors.
Reserve time.
Yeah, both games did seem to be reasonably close though. I mean, both of them came down to just a couple of key team fights, and they really could have gone either way. Nope, Nick's Assassin. Okay. No, nothing's gonna change.
Net got some really nice stuns.
He did, definitely.
Last game, he got 2 to 3 man stuns a couple of times, so it was really, really nice. So I felt that Nyx Assassin achieved a lot more in that last game than he did in game number 1. Nyx Assassin was just sort of like hanging around, sitting there like just an invisible bug and doing nothing in game 1. But he actually achieved some stuff and helped out Titan in game 2 to secure that victory.
5 seconds.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, a couple of people misconstrued my comment about Nyx Assassin not having an impact in game 2, and I just want to clarify, Net did a really good job. Don't get me wrong. It's just that normally Nyx Assassin is kind of on a dominating streak or a godlike streak and peaking supports of left, right, and center, which Net could not do. And his stuns were amazing, but at the same time, if they picked any other starter like a Lion, who could have, maybe had more of an impact with the hexes as well, it would have been kind of the same. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. And Barrett are going to be the second pickup for Titan, so going for something a little bit different. But this is the kind of hero I like to see on, well, either Ohio or Yamate. One of those just aggressive initiation heroes designed to pick anyone off who gets even slightly out of position. And once they put the force staff and the blink up, even if you're not out of position, even if you're standing in the middle of your team, he can just jump in, grab you up, and force you into their team. And it's going to be a very scary situation for you. So XctN 2, past couple of games, they have gone for really quite squishy heroes. I think the tankiest hero they took was Joven on that Dragon Knight, and even he was just dying over and over again in the team fights. So I think Batrider should have a pretty good time just picking people off. I mean, a couple of stacks of sticky napalm and Firefly over them, and see you later. Oh, and a Naga coming out from XctN.
That's a bit of a surprise. I don't remember seeing a Naga Siren out of any of the games that were cast XctN 2 yet, so I do wonder if Joven's going to be on the Naga Siren in mid trying to get a fast Radiance, or if we're going to be seeing Jules on a safe lane farming Naga Siren.
Given that it's Jules, he's going to be on the Naga if it's farming. There's no way Jules will ever pass up a farming hero like Naga that's so farm intensive, I would assume. Every time I see Jules play, he's always, he's the one position. He does not argue about it. He is one position. Doesn't matter what hero he is, one position. And Joven, he's normally more of a ganking type player. Like we saw last game, he went for the BKB first and then followed up with a Shadow Blade because he wanted to just play that, initiation tanky style of hero that kind of runs in and starts the team fights for his team. And then Jules is the one who comes in and cleans up. But whether it's going to be an easy lane Naga Siren or a mid lane Naga Siren is another question. I think Jules can play mid lane. I do believe he's played it in the past. I think I saw him play it for Mineski a couple of times. So I think his mid lane mechanics will be, good enough for him to be able to just lane against Yamate. And especially because Naga Siren is a very strong mid laner. You just summon those illusions and send them forward and use a couple of Riptides. Well, one Riptide, and whoever's versing you in the mid lane is going to be half health just from that.
That's exactly right. And those illusions can harass like nobody's business, even, level 1 or 2 illusions being skilled up. So I would like to see Jules on the Naga Siren and get a more farm intensive, harder carry, because I think one of the issues last game was, being on the Mirana, as much as he loves the Mirana, I just don't think that she carried hard enough because you had the Faceless Void that he picked up in the first match, and the rate of farm that he had on that Faceless Void was just scary, and he just got completely out of control for Titan. There was no way that they could actually combat him. They got some nice pickoffs, and then they made stuff happen. Titan picking up Disruptor this time. So Disruptor the last 2 games have been consistently picked up by Execration, with Superman getting some brilliant kinetic fields and static storms. So now Titan going to be reversing the role, and they're going to be like, you know what? Let's see how you like kinetic fields and static storms.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a revenge pick here, but I definitely like it. I mean, like we saw, Superman played an amazing Disruptor. Both games he had some fantastic static storms coming off, just scaring the crap out of the enemy team. And this game, Titan is going to get the revenge, and it looks like they're picking up a little bit more teamfight-oriented heroes. Disruptor, Batrider with the Firefly can do quite a nice job in that Disruptor kinetic field, and whatever they pick up next, I'm assuming it's going to be having some decent synergy with the Disruptor. Possibly a Spectre could be a good pickup. Otherwise, if they want to go all-out aggression, pushing in the early game, we could be seeing something. Well, they're running out of time, so they better pick soon. But we could be seeing something like the Dragonite themselves, or Anti-Mage. So this is definitely hard farming hero. Though Anti-Mage is pretty strong this patch. I mean, have you seen the AoE on his new ultimate? It's like
just keep
2 screens. It's soon enough it'll be like you throw his ultimate on like a creep in the mid lane, and suddenly everyone dies on the map.
Yeah, that's exactly right. just keep increasing that mana pool, and then bam,
5 seconds
global skill.
remaining.
But yeah, Anti-Mage going to be coming out. KYXY. I am looking forward to see how he does on this farming Anti-Mage, because Anti-Mage, one of the hardest carries in the game, and can, once he gets his Battle Fury up and running, can be a force to be reckoned with. So I wonder what Execration 2 are going to be answering with, whether they're going to be getting a mid for Joven, or if maybe Jules is playing mid on the Nagasiren, Jove is playing mid on the Nagasiren, they're going to pick up a farmer for Jules. There's still a few options left to go. Last ban coming out now for Titan. And I think they think that Joven's yet to be chosen. They think that the Nagasiren's going to be Jules on that safe lane, so banning out the puck, not wanting to see Joven on the puck.
Yeah, Joven does play a very strong puck as well. I mean, Joven can play pretty much anything that goes into the mid lane. He is a really well-rounded player. And though of late we've only seen him play in a couple of heroes, I think it's primarily because that's the heroes that are in the metagame. That's the heroes that suit the set of playstyle that Execration 2 are bringing out. But whatever they grab for Joven now, I'm expecting big things. Though it is all going to depend, like you said, on if Jules is going to be going to the mid lane on the Naga, or if we're going to be seeing Joven on the mid lane with another hero, Nagasiren, farming the easy lane. But given there's an Anti-Mage, I think they probably want something with a bit of a harder stun, or something that picks up a silent stick. So Queen of Pain was buffed in the most recent patch. She wouldn't do too badly against the heroes from Titan at the moment. Though again, in the late game, Anti-Mage is going to destroy her. Otherwise, Storm Spirit has been banned out. No, they banned Storm Spirit. Actually, most of the mid heroes have been banned out at this point. Storm, OD, Ember, Invoker, Puck. What is left that they could want? We've got a lot of time left, though. And look up the heroes list. Always helps me. What do you think they could take?
I think... Okay, Jules is sticking with the Mirana, and Joven is going to be on the Nagasiren mid. Okay.
All right.
This is going to be interesting. Would Joven take first position now on that Nagasiren?
I don't know. I mean, they must have discussed it. If Jules is going to be playing the Mirana, they must have discussed it and said, "Hey, Jules, are you going to be able to play a game
10 seconds
where you're not one position?" And Jules said,
"Hell no."
Yes.
5 seconds remaining.
And they said, "Too bad. We're going to give you second position Mirana anyway." Slark being picked up as the last one. That's okay. So do you think we're going to be seeing Ohio on the Slark and then KYXY on the Anti-Mage?
No, I reckon Yamato on the Slark on the mid lane.
Ooh, okay. Yamate mid Slark, and then Ohio on the Batrider off lane, and then a defensive try.
Passive tri lane. Yeah. Well, Joven's on the Nagasiren. Slark does pretty well against melee heroes in the mid lane because he can just stat steal from them. He just walks up, stat steals. If they try and get away, pounce. Using your first skill, the Dark Pact does a lot of damage. So I think he should be good to win this lane, especially because KYXY is a pretty aggressive player. He's very, very scary, and once he gets up probably his maybe his Ring of Health, his boots,
10
Poor Man Shield,
seconds
maybe.
remaining.
I think he's going to be playing very aggressive on Chemo and just, blinking forward, attacking Chemo a
5
couple of times and
seconds
forcing him out of
remaining.
lane. So by that point, Net and the Disruptor are going to be pretty free to roam and just try and get some pickoffs on the mid lane. So I think this could work out quite well for Titan. But of course, Execration have got also a very scary lineup. And if Nagasaran does get rolling, assuming Jules gives him a little bit of farm,
For battle.
Nagasaran is going to be quite terrifying. Oh, it's an aggressive trailing coming out from Execration too. Ooh.
Okay, so it's going to be toe-to-toe with these guys. On the side of Execration 2, they are on the Radiant, and this is a 1-for-1 piece. Last match in a best-of-3 between Titan and Execration 2. Execration 2 heading in to a 4-man smoke-up. We have Jules on the Mirana. We've got Superman, exclamation mark, on Ancient Apparition. We've got Rara on the Sand King, and then heading into the river is Chemo on the Nature's Prophet, who's going to be in the off lane, although I'm unsure what he's sort of doing here. Maybe hanging out to scope out the rune. And lastly, in the mid lane is Joven, otherwise known as No Sponsor, on the Naga Siren. And he's going to be in a pretty heavy farming role right now. Batrider going to get scoped out a little bit. Couple more right clicks.
I love how Titan are running an aggressive trialing of their own. They recognize what Execration 2 were doing from that first game, where they ran an aggressive trialing, and instead of, fluffing around, going back and forth like we saw in the first game, but they missed the first wave, they're just going to head straight down to the bot lane. And speaking of Titan, we're going to be seeing Yamate playing the mid lane, Slark, Disruptor going to be played by XctN, KYXY on that anti-mage, Net on the Nyx Assassin, and Ohio on the Batrider on the easy lane. And yet again, I think that Titan's line is quite nice in that Ohio can just go to the jungle very easily and get a fast blink dagger in the jungle. I mean, a jungly Batrider can get a blink up by around about the, say, 8-minute mark or so. It's not that slow. Though it looks like KYXY is heading up to the top lane now. They've noticed the tri lane rotating and KYXY's had enough. He does not want to verse this Mirana. He does not want to verse this tri lane.
Does that mean that I'm confused on the laning setup now? We're going to be seeing what, some stacking or pure jungling coming out from Ohio. What's going on? I'm so confused. This is just a dual lane happening right now.
This is good. It means Net's going to get that solo experience. Ohio can jungle very easily. And this will give a bit of an experience deficit to Execration 2, if you think about it. Sand King can of course jungle, and I think...
I'm so excited. I'm finally seeing a solo lane Nyx Assassin. Yay!
He's been banned to the off lane. But Rara can also, and I think he should, jungle to try and get experience for himself, given that it's going to be kind of quad core from Titan. They're going to be having 4 heroes farming, 3 in lane and 1 in the jungle. Execration 2 can also do that. They can have Ancient Apparition pulling while Rara jungles. And I think that's what they really should start to do. Though Net doing a nice job of just stealing some experience here. Happy as a pie. Just taking Rara's experience, slowing down Rara's leveling.
I'll take some of that. Sitting at level 2.
KYXY on the top lane.
Nice, safe farming. Yeah, KYXY. I think with he hasn't got a lot of support with the Disruptor. Disruptor doesn't offer a lot in terms of protection, so KYXY is going to have to play very, very safe in this lane. Even though he is against just a solo Nature's Prophet, there is still a fair amount of harass that can come out from Chemo.
Well, KYXY, that was fantastically done by him. We did see Chemo starting to go for a pull, and KYXY immediately just blinked over the trees here and ran down and stole the pull from him. This is the kind of aggressive play I expect to see from KYXY on the anti-mage. He's picked up a poor man's shield, and I am reasonably sure he's going to just be blinking forward and auto-attacking Chemo, forcing Chemo out of lane very, very soon. He's not even bothering to pick up a level in spell shield since he is versing Chemo, who of course is no magical damage at the moment. Once he hits level 6 he will, but at this point in time he's got nada. So anti-mage should be just happy to get some stats up and give himself a little bit more survivability. And when Disruptor is ready to come over and help out, I think Chemo is going to be forced out of this lane. I don't think there's anything he can really do against his dual lane when they start playing aggressive on him.
Yeah, and he's already popped his last clarity, and that is all that Chemo has in terms of mana. So if he gets attacked too much by KYXY on the anti-mage, he won't even be able to port out, and he's going to have to very slowly run back to base. So 1 Blades of Attack has been purchased on Chemo. All he needs is 1 more, and he's going to have his phase boots up and running. And I think Chemo's just here to sap up XP nice and safely, and he's not going to cop any right clicks from KYXY. So
Yeah,
he's getting picked out by Batrider. Or maybe Disruptor.
I'm sure they think he's there. Chemo, he's faking out the TPs. They probably... No, wait, they can't see the TP, so the trees have been broken down, so they don't know. And it looks like Chemo's going to be free just to kind of sit in the trees here, get some experience. He's faking out a TP every so often, wanting to play it safe if he does see someone run at him. But, of course, this does mean KYX is getting free farm. Mirana also getting free farm, but I am more terrified free farm on Anti-Mage. But it's going to be a dual core versus a dual core, having the Naga Siren. Actually, it's going to be a tri-core for Execration. Naga Siren, Nature's Prophet, and Mirana versus a dual core of a Slark and an Anti-Mage from Titan. Which means that I think Titan have to end a little bit earlier. It's hard to tell. I mean, you don't often see Naga Siren versus Anti-Mage. This is kind of the carry versus carry of the carry, King Carry situation.
Say carry more. I know, because Naga Siren, even if Titan do get a good start, once Naga Siren picks up that Radiance, she can counter push with her illusion so well and just farm the entire map. So by no means is the game even close to over, even if they get a Rax or two down with a Radiance Naga Siren. So, wow, no sponsor, otherwise known as Joven, taking a lot of harass from that Slark. Slark did cop a fair amount of damage from that Naga Siren as well. So they're sort of like tit for tat right now, giving a little, taking a little, giving a little, taking a little.
But ultimately, KYXY, so Yamato's about to level 6, whereas Joven is level 6. So Yamato is kind of losing a little bit in terms of the... Playing with fire, isn't he? Playing with fire. He really wanted to hit that level 6 so he could just, sit on the high ground and heal up, but it looks like it's not going to be happening. He's going to go all the way back to base.
Dire's middle
Got a TP
really
scroll
nice
there, ready to go back in.
Joven is going to have to take advantage of this slight boost to XP that he's going to get. He's probably going to get about a whole level lead on the Slark on Yamato.
Well, he's already got a level lead pretty much. I mean, he's about to level 7, whereas Yamato is still sitting on level 5. It looks like Yamato ready to go in. Joven does have the Song of the Siren. He's considering casting it, not going to. Yamato, though, just wasting a bit of time and mana since he did just get back to the lane, and now he's hit that level 6. One more creep, and he's going to be ready to go. But at the same time, Ohio tipping up to the top lane. They want to try and get a kill. Ohio's only level 5, so I don't know if getting a kill is going to be optimal at the moment.
Invisibility.
Net picking up an Invis rune.
Yamato in mid lane trying to get the first blood. He will be able to grab him out, but Song of the Sign going off. Joven does not have a TP, but he will just be able to walk away. Yamato popping his ultimate. Moonlight Shadow coming out as well, and are they going to be able to get the kill on Yamato now? He's going to be on the run. The two supports are chasing after him invisible. He's going to know that he is seen by someone, but he will be able to make it away once he gets out of the ward vision.
And so now that he's level 6, Yamato can just enjoy some of that regen coming up with the level 6 that comes along with the level 6 Slark, and he's going to be a little less scared. Going to play a little bit more aggressively, although a little bit too aggressively. There are two supports here to back up Naga Siren to Joven, and now Yamato copying a lot of harass, but is going to be able to survive. And the wonders of a Slark yet again, regen right back up.
Yeah, that's the annoying thing now for Naga Siren, is that while she's going to be forced to bottle crow constantly, Yamato just needs to walk onto the high ground, sit for a second, and then he can just jump straight back in. But you can see the supports just sitting around the mid lane because Joven is getting close to that relic. It looks like he's not going to be going for anything like the Ring of Aquila, the drums, none of that stuff. He is going to Radiance, sorry, I just hit my microphone. Radiance, and he's halfway there to the relic pretty much. I mean, just needs a little bit more and that's going to be done, and that does... I mean, scary things for Titan. Even though Naga CS isn't perfect, if she does continue to get uncontested farm, that Radiance is going to be fairly early coming, and I think it's going to be coming probably at the same time as KYX are picking up. But speaking of KYX, actually, he's getting initiated on the top lane. Blink is on cooldown. He's juking around the trees. Should be able to make it out, yeah. The Radiance could be coming at around about the same time as the Battle Fury if they continue to contest KYX's farm, whereas Jova just has free farm in the mid lane.
And I think Net just needs to get a quick level 6. He's almost there. Couple more creep kills, and then he's going to have level 6. One more. And there we go. So Vendetta is up and online for Net. And he needs to really take advantage of this quick level 6, which he's never had before in the last couple of games. So Vendetta is up and running. He needs to get a kill on this Naga Siren before this relic is up and happening. Because $2 grand on Joven right now.
Oh, KYXY on the top lane. I don't know if the camera caught that, but that was... I don't even know how he blinked out of that. I guess Sand King missed the stun. Maybe an arrow. He's going to dodge that too. He just got initiated on by 4 heroes. Somehow, or 3 heroes maybe. Somehow managed to just blink out of the way as a stun from the Sand King landed right on his head and we'll make it out alive. But the tier 1 tower is going to be taking a fall on the top lane. This is 2 towers going the way of Execration 2 by the 8-minute mark.
Yeah, that's a nice handy gold lead coming out for Jules to get that Link Sphere up and running.
Yeah.
Oh, smoke up. And they're going to probably just circle around and go straight back in and try and get a pick off. Don't know if they're going to be able to find KYXY, but they might be able to find XctN.
I have to worry at the moment because they're taking the low ground route and they will be revealed as they come up the high ground. They know someone's nearby, but they don't know who. It was KYXY who revealed them. And that is one problem, but they will get an aggressive ward down to mid lane. Oh, Barrett is going to get the blinker, grabs Jules, going to get pounced. Jules is no way to get out of this, can't leap out of the way of the pounce. He does even try, but first one's going to be going the way of Yamato there.
I've been wanting to say that since this all
Very nicely done, but still Naga Siren alive. 2.6k gold now, 2.7k actually.
Yeah, and now with both Batrider sitting on level 7 and a Blink Dagger, and you've also got level 6 or level 7 up on net as well. So Vendetta and Lasso, terrifying initiation potential coming out from Titan.
Yeah, that Blink Dagger being picked up at a really nice time by Ohio, and that's what they need. Now is the time when they're going to be able to just pick off the Naga Siren if they can. Like right now would be a perfect time to go because the Song of the Siren is on cooldown, but not really in a position to because Ohio's farming the jungle. He's trying to get out that force stuff actually. Just a little bit further away. Ultimate's going to be back in 35 seconds. But looking at Execration 2, Chemo having a much happier game this game than last game. Last game, his Midas was 16 minutes, 17 minutes or so, given that he was shut down over and over again. This game, he's almost got his Midas up, face bits are done. Naga Siren, like we said, she is sitting very pretty on 3,100 gold. They have to stop her soon, or she is going to have that Radiance done by the 15-minute mark. Sand King getting towards that Blink Dagger as well. Mirana, Midas almost done, and for Ancient Apparition Superman, well, he hasn't got much. He's got an urn though, so it's something. And things are looking pretty good for Execration 2. Even though KYXY is getting towards that Battle Fury, he's opted to pick up the treads. So this does delay just a little bit, and that means that he's going to be ready to fight earlier. But when you're versing a Naga Siren with the Radiance, it might be better that he gets that Battle Fury up ASAP to flash farm. So we'll have to see. Maybe they're just not aware of how fast that Joven is farming.
No, Joven is doing a very impressive job right now in the #1 position. Heading over to Jules. Jules pops the Moonlight Shadow. And Hand of Midas recipe has been bought. So now just finishing off the Gloves of Haste. Scouts out the Batrider and the Slark. Still just
really
getting some solo farm. They can initiate. And they
just want to kill Jules.
He saw them. Why was he there? Jules getting initiated on Lasso and the hook. Down he goes yet again. He saw them. He was there.
Oh, they're just letting Neb bait it out of the top lane, but they're not going to go in. They're actually just going to let him walk away. Okay. But yeah, Jules, he needs to play safe. I mean, maybe he's just baiting because he knows he's a second position. He's not #1, so every time he dies is more time for Joven to keep farming up. I'm interested in the fact that
he can buy it right now. Yeah.
He's sending the courier to the shop. I mean, I find it very curious. I mean, why would they be targeting the Mirana over the Naga? It seems like a mild insult being thrown at Joven saying, we don't care about your Naga, sorry. you can get up that 12-minute relic, we don't care. We're more scared of Jules and his Mirana. I really don't understand it. Joven is a competent carry as well. But, hey, we'll see. We'll see. Titan do have a plan. I'm sure they do. But
this
looking very good to me.
I mean, he's just hit level 6, or level 6 not that long ago, so there hasn't been a team engagement yet where XctN is able to throw out a kinetic field and a static storm, so I think that could make a couple of team fights.
Hello? Okay, well, Berkeley has left the building.
Oh, there we go. I'm back.
You're back?
Guys.
Okay.
Don't know what happened there. That was weird.
You just stopped talking mid-sentence. I was like, hello?
Middle tower is under
Hello,
attack.
anyone? Please don't leave me alone.
Please don't abandon me. I have abandonment issues. Jules are picking up the Midas now. Rara so close to that Blink Dagger. He's 1,650 gold. At this point, it looks like Execration are going to have all their core items done by 16 minutes. And at that point, they're going to be just terrifying, ready to fight, ready to rock and roll. Titan, like you said, Disruptor hitting level 7 now. He's got Max Glimpse. He's also ready to rock and roll. But Nagasara with Radiant scares me. It scares me a lot.
Yeah, but both of these cores are not getting BKBs anytime soon, so I think some team fight can be much appreciated on the side of Titans and pickups because they can separate with that lasso, with the Vendetta stun, as well as the Kinetic Field and the Static Storm.
Oh, Chemo! He is in trouble, gonna get pounced. But Song of the Siren coming out. Is he gonna make it away from this? He is indeed. Going back to the base, he is alive. Joven saving his behind, an arrow landing into Yamato's head, but perfectly timed Dark Pact is gonna let him get away from that.
That was so lucky for Chemo. Chemo is both the Naga Siren and the Mirana popping their ultis to save Chemo's hide.
Indeed, they are. I mean, one thing we haven't really mentioned. Oh, Jules getting a haste ring, gonna make it away. One thing we haven't really mentioned too much. Oh no, I can't say anything. Net gonna get arrowed up. He does get the spike Carapace off, but he's still in trouble. And now Jules is gonna go down. Net, he has got the Vendetta up. Can he cast in time? He gets a stun of Vendetta. No, he doesn't use Vendetta. Oh well, he's gonna go down, but Yamato's on cleanup duty. We'll be able to get down Superman. Another perfectly timed Dark Pact, and he's frozen up. They will be taking a fall. Lastly, going the way of Chemo. And they got Naga. They got Naga in the jungle as it was all going on. Song of the Siren was on cooldown. That's going to delay her Radiance just slightly. I think they... Ohio, is he going to deny this tower?
Ooh, Naga in the jungle. Gonna get a Naga and kill her face.
Oh, perfect deny by Ohio there. Could not have timed that better. Battle Fury now done. I mean, I was going to say, KYXY is sitting perfect. 114 CS at 15 minutes is impressive. His GPM only 432. Don't get me wrong, that's pretty good. I've seen better though, 50 minutes in the game. But that was usually on a Doom with a Midas. But KYXY is becoming a force to be reckoned with, and they're going to have to watch out for him very soon. Him and Rara are playing games at the tower, but KYXY will get the last hit. Will be Naga Siren rotating in, Ancient Russian Ultimate flying down, but KYXY just going to TP out. Back to base, nice and safe.
Just before Burrow Strike came online, so he is going to be fine. And now, yeah, he's got Battle Fury up and running. Next up, what do you think we're going to be seeing coming out? Do you think he's going to go straight for Mana Style? Maybe Vlad's some more probably. Of a tanky item? Vlad's?
KYXY, when I've seen him go for the anti-mage, he goes for the Vlad's into Yasha and then solos Roshan.
Yep. Well, the Vlad's would be nice for Yamate as well on the Slark.
Yeah.
Scoping out, or could find Naga Siren. No. They want it though. Totally keen.
They're just waiting. They're lurking in the bushes here, Titan. But Execration, they're lurking on the top lane. She's the primary target, but the Radiance is done now. The Radiance recipe's back at the base. She's trying to use a courier. She's saying, guys, let me get the Radiance, please. I know that you have to pick up your smoke.
Oh, initiation.
Oh!
Static Storm stun, everything thrown. And now, Rara's going to drop as well, so that's a 2 for nothing. Coming out, great initiation by Ohio, as well as Slark on the... Yamate on the Slark. So I think they thought that they were delaying the Radiance a little bit more, not realizing that the recipe had been purchased and was coming out to Joven. But still, any kill on Naga Siren is good. Yeah.
Naga Siren is kind of like the fish version of a Tinker to me. It's one of those heroes I don't enjoy watching Naga. Because it's so frustrating just watching her AFK farm. We'll have to see. I mean, Titan, I just don't know how well they're going to do in the late game. Anti-Mage is terrifying. Don't get me wrong, Anti-Mage is a very strong late game carry. But against a Tricore, I think it's going to be hard. He can split push one lane, but Naga Siren can split push 3 lanes at once. Nature's Prophet can split push a lane anywhere on the map. And Jules on the Mirana can split push a lane too once he's got that Lincoln Sphere up. So in terms of viability and split pushing, I feel like Execration have really got the advantage with all their heroes. So while Titan do have that anti-mage who's getting scarily fat, and he will, at this rate, he's going to be 6 slotted by the 35-minute mark. So go KYXY. But whether or not he's going to be able to outcarry in the late game, I think it's going to be quite hard, and it's going to depend on them just winning this early game. Like they are, I mean, it's 2-7 at this point in time. Gold experience especially, holy smokes. Gold sitting at 2,500, but experience is at almost 12,000. They are
And that's
just
purely because of that
rocking.
laning setup. They were really greedy. Titan were really greedy with their laning setup and just got maximum XP to each and every one of their core heroes, running that quad core. And Titan are smoked up in the Radiant jungle, searching out for a kill, trying to scope something out. Yamate now has the Shadow Blade up and running, which is really nice for Slark to initiate and get some kills. Chemo, you are in a bad position, my friend. Dark Pack, and he throws down the ulti just before he goes down, as well as popping the Necro units. Oh, geez, massive initiation coming out from these guys. Rara could still go down, is going to go down. Nagasaran pops her ulti, send back from Superman. Superman, no way, you are not getting away right here. And now Joven is going to be trying to escape. Jules, cut off.
Radiant's
Going to have to
bottom
buy
tower
TP
is
and
under
get out
attack.
ASAP. There we go.
There you go. Well, another really good fight for Titan, despite that Song of the Siren coming out, which is usually one of the best counter initiation skills in the game. Yamate coming around from the backlines took down the Sand King. Chemo, well, he didn't stand a chance. Nothing really Nature's Prophet can
Radiant's
do.
middle tower is
Even
under
trying
attack.
to TP out against a Slark, you need to have some semblance of survivability, and Chemo pretty much instantly dies from the nukes of the Slark. He might be able to TP out, but I've got the hiccup, sorry. I
Radiant's
sincerely
top
doubt it.
tower is under attack.
But no, KYXY, he's got the Vlad's up, so he can go solo Roshan at this point. Getting a Yasha up will definitely help him do it a little bit faster, but if he wanted to go in now, he could. Other times I've seen them do it, they did actually have a Visage
Chemo,
went for the
yet
medallion.
again.
Oh, Chemo. Oh, no. Chemo.
And
Aww.
that positioning from Yamate, just not allowing any chance for Chemo to get out and for him to lose vision.
Well, Yamate actually doing a really good job of space creating.
Radiant's
I
bottom
mean, even if he
tower
just
is
picks
under
off
attack.
poor Chemo over and over and over again, that's golden experience in his pocket, and it's space for a little anti-mage who now has got that Yasha flying out. Indeed he does, so he is probably going to push the mid lane out, but then I think he's going to go Roshan. You can solo Roshan very easily with anti-mages. DPS is high enough, especially when we've got that Quelling Blade. But we'll have to see. Either way, Manta is going to be very, very soon in his pocket. His GPM increased up to 547 now. He will be hitting a 600 GPM very, very soon. And oh, as I'm ranting on a mid lane, Ned going to be getting a double kill, actually. Fantastically done. They're trying to get a counter kill into Yamate, but Yamate, he's going to be right. He's just going to be able to walk out, and it's just going to be 2 down. Even Jewel is getting incredibly low on the top lane. Barrett is trying to get him down, and Ohio blinks forward, cleans him up.
Radiant's middle tower has
Just
fallen.
everything's going Titan's way right now. 2 kills, only 2 kills on the side of XctN 2. And Titan ruling the laning phase, got so much extra XP compared to XctN 2. So it really came down to Titan's laning. And as you said, coming into game 2, at the very start of the drafting phase, you said Titan excel at snowballing when they win the laning phase. And they severely won the laning phase.
They got everything they needed, and that's not to say XctN are out. XctN have got a Naga Siren, and she is the queen of turtling. When you have that Naga up, just with one Riptide, with one illusion in each lane, you can just cut the creep waves at, where they spawn. Just send the illusions up here, up here, up here, and see you later creep wave. Can't push in with the backdoor protection anymore. Not even with the cheeky Nature's Prophet with the Helm of the Dominator. There's nothing really the Titan can do if Naga Siren plays her cards right. But she's actually getting an arrow. KYXY. Ohio's coming through though. Jules gonna be dying in mid lane. Yamate just taking down Ancient Apparition as well. As he's throwing his ultimate on the top lane, he gets wrecked by Yamate. Got a double damage raid.
And here's that issue that I was talking about with Jules on the Mirana, is that the damage is just not there. And now, oh no, yet again, Chemo, goodbye. He's just getting so focused by Yamate. Yamate is just not having a bar of this Nature's Prophet. He's like, every time I see you,
Radiant's
I'm
top
taking you
tower is
down.
under attack.
He's been very, very, very mean to poor Chemo. I mean, what's Chemo's score at the moment? 1 to 4. 0 to 5 on
8.
Jules though. 1 to 4.
8, 1, and 7,
Radiant structures
Yamate
are
right now.
fortified.
He's been involved in 15 of Titan's 18 kills.
He's definitely doing work. Basher is done now, and what's the golden experience look like? That graph is just painful. 10,000 gold lead, experience 25,000 experience lead. There's more than 1,000 experience per minute. Now, KYX, we're going to have that Roshan done here. Actually, I'm really confused. He bought a Yasha, but where did it go? Am I blind? Oh, he's got a Manta now. Ignore me, I'm blind. It was in the first slot a minute ago, and I was like thinking to myself, he had the Yasha in the first slot, he had the Battle Fury, he had the Treads, he had Floods, he had a TP Scroll in the third slot. But where is the... Anyway, I'm an idiot. So KYX
right now.
He's just scary. Even though he just got hit by the Ancient Apparition Ultimate, he just kept on going. Didn't even care.
Yeah. Jules got caught out, and it was just like 4 right clicks.
Oh, yeah,
now, oh my god.
Superman. Rara's next on the hit list. Rara is next on the hit list. No, Rara's going to make it away alive. But Kimbo, he goes into the enemy jungle to farm. He doesn't know where to go. He wants to just get his Midas off cooldown. He's going to go up there. But yeah, look at Yamate. He's just patrolling. He is just a little fishman patrolling back and forth saying, come at me, bro. You want to leave your
Poke
base?
your head out. Come on,
Yeah,
do it.
I dare you. I dare you.
Come at me. And there's Ohio, not to be discounted. He is just waiting for that lasso just to jump on and be like, "Come on, guys, let's do this." I got someone right for the
Radiant's
picking.
bottom tower is
Well,
under
this was the
attack.
kind of Titan I was expecting in Game 1 and Game 2. I mean, even Game 2 where they won, it still wasn't this hyper-aggressive, they just crushed the enemy. That's their playstyle. They just find the enemy's weakness, i.e. leaving the base to weakness, and then they crush them. And Net actually to an illusion rune. He actually uses an urn charge on the illusion just to
Radiant's
try and get it
bottom
down.
tower has fallen.
But meanwhile, KYX was just pushing. But still, I mean,
Now it's
X-Christian
illusion
Warrior
versus
now.
illusion. Anti-mage
Illusion
illusions
was-
versus Naga Siren. Who's gonna come out on top?
I feel like Naga Siren should, but she's playing it safe. She doesn't want to fight the illusions.
Allies disappear.
Moonlight Shadow being popped by the Mirana just to try and survive against Ohio on the Batrider. The Batrider's got a gem. He is not having a bar of this, and now Yamate. Yamate says, "Hello, my pretty. Welcome back. Good to see you again."
Jules, 0 to 7. Aww. Well, yeah, it's looking grim. Butterfly almost done in KYXY. And with that Battle Fury, given that there's still no hard up on Joven, he's gone for the Manta next, which is standard build. Normally you build on the Naga Siren. Radiance, you know, kind of a Ring of Aquila drums typically, but sometimes brown boots into Radiance, get up Boots of Travel and then go for the Manta. But given that she's having such a terrible time, she's not going to be able to split push at all. She's just skipped the Boots of Travel,
Radiant's middle
and she's
tower
just
is under
using the
attack.
illusions to push out the lanes. But without that heart or a butterfly, I suppose heart probably is better though. Anti-Mage 2 or 3 hits the illusions. He doesn't care if, you know, she's got 6 illusions running at him. He's just going to clear all of them very, very quickly, and that's something that's quite devastating for Naga. And she wants to have those illusions to push the waves out, and if the illusions just get cleared really quickly by the Anti-Mage, she can't use them to counter-push.
Yeah, she's still doing her best, getting a little bit of a push back on mid, even though they did lose their last outer tier 2 tower. All they've got now is the high ground, and this is going to be where it's all on Joven. Joven needs to do absolutely everything he can, and he's sitting at level 11. Ah, no. Checking out the current hero level, you have a level 11 Naga Siren versus a level 20 Anti-Mage and a level 17 Slark. It's dumb, the out-leveling that's happening. And Naga Siren is not going to get any levels anytime soon because she is not in XP range for most of the pushing that she's doing. She's getting gold, sure, but not really XP.
And Jules on top lane. KYXY trying to go with the kill still, won't be finding it though. But this is looking grim. I mean, 2 to 22. Oh, I bet everyone in Twitch chat really wants XctN to get one more kill. Then it'd be 3-2-2. But I don't know. I don't know who from Titan's going to be willing to sacrifice himself for the cause. Probably no one.
Yeah, I don't think so. It might be one of the supports, maybe XctN or Net, but I don't think so. With the amount of XP lead that Titan have right now, it's going to be really hard for XctN 2 to take down any hero at this point.
Ooh,
It's all going to come down to keeping backdoor protection on. That's what it's going to come down to.
Chemo gonna go snipe the courier in the base. He TP's into the base,
Dire's
takes it
courier
down,
has been
TP's
killed.
out. Very sneaky. Sad face. Ward here did scout it out, so I guess there was a use for that ward. But now they got the courier, but they lost their base. No, I'm gonna go in.
Rara's going to drop in no time at all. And they might just, just jumping in. Glyph gets popped on this, and they are going to probably want to go in and initiate on this if they can, try and stop it. But I think XctN just are not comfortable, not confident going in against these guys. Superman, he's like, please, I wanna go in on KYXY. KYXY is not slightly afraid of Naga Siren at this point. Just sitting there alone, all on his own, hitting down those barracks, and the melee just gonna drop. Easy as pie. And now there goes the last range as well, and that is going to be a Rax, absolutely uncontested. Aegis is about to be reclaimed, 20 seconds.
Radiant's bottom tower
It doesn't even matter. I think even if the Aegis is reclaimed, XctN 2 can't do anything to stop it. This is just a massacre. KYXY is going to get hit there, Song of the Siren coming out. Just negating pretty much all the damage, and Disruptor's going to go down. 3 to 24. Not quite there. Dream is broken. But KYXY is now just going to continue clearing out the base. Aegis is down. He tries to move out. That was very close. KYXY actually tried to move out of the base then, but the Aegis was popped to get the regeneration. But he had the Radiance Burn aura still on him, so the Aegis regeneration was cancelled. Not that it really matters because he regenerates at 10 health per second and 8 mana per second, so he'll get back up there pretty quickly. Not to mention he's hitting trees to regenerate faster. Yamate just destroying the base.
Oh, Net was tempted to cop that arrow, but he's still copping a lot of burn damage coming out from the Naga Illusions. I think if he had have been hit by that arrow, he realized that he would have died.
Very close. Very, very close. The Titan's still, golden experience sitting at 50,000 experience lead very soon. Gold at 25,000. I think they're going to be pretty happy to just get the mega creeps very soon. And XctN, Naga is keeping up there in the net worth. Honestly, she's doing really well given the game. Trying to get up a Lincoln's Phoenix, I believe, picking up an ultimate orb. Normally you don't for a Scardi on the Naga, so I think it would be a Lincoln's to help with the Batrider. But even with that, I don't think it's going to be enough. We'll have to see. XctN have got faith in themselves.
This XP lead is not going to really narrow anytime soon. They just do not have a chance to get out of their base. And all of the other heroes, Naga Siren's going to keep the whole wave pushed back from there if she can. So that means that there's going to be no XP coming into any of her other allies either, including herself, because they're just illusions taking them out. So that's one of the downsides to Naga Siren, experience deficit, which is just being heightened by the huge laning phase that Titan had early in the game.
Yeah, that is definitely one of the things, is that Naga Siren kind of chokes her allies. She's going to be farming, 3 or 4 lanes alone, and it just means that her allies get nothing. And even if she does get 6 slotted, it's kind of hard for her to win the game straight up. She's good at pushing and that she clears waves quickly, but in terms of actually, barreling down lanes, she doesn't really get rolling with that until she's at least got a couple of slots. And she's better at sort of ratting. Normally when you see Miracle, who's, the renowned Naga Siren player, he rats the lanes up and then just kind of uses the illusions to chip away at the towers. And it's only if the enemy makes a mistake and allows him to actually send his hero and hit the towers does he do it, but otherwise it's just constant chipping. And Arrow, not going to let anyone. And Ohio now, he's ready to chase someone down. He's flying over the mountain, far, far away. Not going to be finding anyone.
Scouts out that ward, and the gem doing work for Titan, making sure that there is no vision coming out on the Slark. Dodge of the arrow, and it's going to be Rax number 2 in jeopardy right now. They need to defend. If they lose the second Rax, it's GG for XctN 2. Just letting it
Radiant's
fall.
top barracks are under attack.
Well, how can they defend? What have they got to defend?
Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
They sing the song of their people. Maybe they can combo an arrow, but they don't know which illusion is real and which is fake. And KYXY, he hits so hard. He's got the butterfly. They don't have any hex. They've got nothing to stop him. Not to mention everyone else on Titan who's just backing him up.
And his attack speed's 0.44 per attack.
Radiant's
0.44
top
of a
barracks
second per
has
attack.
fallen.
Attack speed 348. It's kind of nuts. Kind of crazy. KYXY goes straight through the mid. Are they going to circle down and get that last Rax? Jules is sitting protectively next to it. My Rax. Can't have it.
Can't have it. Gonna try anyway. No execration. They. Oh, gonna get a stun off into Yamato, but no follow up. He's gonna be able to just Shadow Blade standing there, ready to kind of dive in on anyone. Arrow gonna be flying out. Ohio, nice dodge there. Not gonna get hit by that. And, well, seems like this is just a waiting game. Roshan's going to be back up in a moment. Titan going to just secure the Aegis. Execration just going to keep trying to farm. That's just what it feels like at this point in time. Moonlight Shadow coming up, but there's nobody to find.
Yeah, I can't see Execration actually making it out of this, though. They're 2 racks down. Sure, they've got a Naga Siren, but an incredibly underleveled level... She's still level 11? Let's have a look.
She's level 12
hero
now.
level. Level 12, there we go. Still incredibly underleveled, level 12 Naga Siren compared to a level 23 Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage is almost 6-slotted, full level. Can just take anything.
To the dire.
And he hasn't even used BKB. BKB, Boots of Travel. That's a 6-slotted Anti-Mage right now. 10-second BKB available.
Scary, scary, scary.
And you said 6-slotted at 35 minutes. You said KYXY was on track to be 6-slotted at 35 minutes. That's exactly what he just did.
I really don't understand the grief that people give the Southeast Asian scene. I mean, KYXY has shown if you give him uncontested free farm, and it even was actually contested for a little bit, if you give him free farm or don't contest him heavily, he will just terrify you with his farming ability. I mean, he's on, what, 479 CS at 35 minutes. Anyway, initiation going off. Disruptor's going to lay his ultimate down. Joven has got nowhere to go. Dakon in the face. And GG's going to be called out, but 480 CS on an anti-mage in 36 minutes. I mean, 880 GPM on KYXY. He just...
Yeah.
No words. Well played, I mean, well played everyone in the game, but especially well played KYXY. If you want to learn how to farm, just do that.
That's exactly right. Time to back in form for that game number 3. Execration 2 should be absolutely proud of their effort to take game 1 against Titan and give them a run for their money. So Execration 2 will be moving to the lower bracket. They're not out of the competition, and they've still got a chance to come back in and make a go at the first prize. But it's going to be all uphill battle. They cannot lose another match. Titan going to be moving on into to the next match in the winners bracket. And yeah, they're just gonna the next step along the road to the winning the Corsair Asia Cup.